Revisiting the Homecoming album, the studio experience was not the norm for me. Then come together maybe to the piano and we make a form for us. You start, Llewelyn starts, Jody starts vibing, bass and drums comes in.
So we play the melody, okay. Let's talk about the ending. So... do one and then you can feel it. I'll cue you when the background's about to come in. You're not gonna come from this. You're gonna solo on the song itself, but we all...
Normally I'm like playing bass in the headphones and then trying to at the same time hear what everyone else is doing to make sure, okay, it's going the direction that I envision for the album or whatever. In many ways, like if I think of my first album, I was trying to control too much. So going into this process now 10 years later with some life experience now, it's like kind of letting go essentially, like trying to be as prepared as possible, prepping some arrangements and some music and some direction, but also being open to what people might bring and how that can change things. Revisiting the Homecoming album for me, as I listened to the music, it started to depict like fragments of my life. Like I remember specific sounds of that time because of its relation to music, and I have specific memories of that time, of people of that time. As people know about the history of the album, I was at the time playing a lot of piano in church, and as I was playing in the keyboards and piano in church, I was like, oh, it's a very interesting, there are very interesting chordal movements in some of this music that I really resonate with, and how can I incorporate that in this improvised music that I create. So it's like it makes me smile actually, like I'm like, I was doing that back then and I still do these things now. That must have been the thing that ignited this. So Kuchenga is playing here.
Or cowbell.
I mean, it's technically cowbell, but it's... In the groove you were playing, which I like, the Afrobeat thing.
Now collaborating with a band like Kuchenga that also have different processes and different ways of coming to grips with music and playing the music, so I was also trying to understand their process and trying to make truly a collaborative effort. There's this notion that is so outdated that this music is for old people, or jazz is for old people, and I think people like Kuchenga proves that that's not true.
Okay, I'm done.
We're in Cape Town now, so next week I'm going to Joburg, and then I'm going to organize a studio session in Joburg with some of my other musician friends that I've played with for the last 10 years. I mean, ultimately, I think it was it Miles that said jazz is social music, and I think this project is representative of that idea. It's like a coming together of people, and for people to enjoy what all these musicians are doing, how they are incorporating their understanding of Black American music, their understanding of the history of South African music in a modern, like, context of like a failed democratic South Africa, and all these ideas around obscured identities, all these ideas around social issues that we found ourselves in, and then making something really interesting and beautiful and very different. I've been saying this for a while, but I think people are going to look back at this period of South African jazz as probably one of the most innovative and the most creative period of our music, and I'm willing to like stand on the block for that, for sure.